Good evening, everyone. The wrap-up show. It's your boy Brett Swinney here, alongside Corey Marshall and Vincent Johnson. What's up, Billis?
Sadness.
Vince, I think your view gets better and better every week.
I don't know what kind of view he got. He's in Arizona somewhere.
I need one of those views. But it's like he's invisible, kind of. It's like he's in a dream. He's in his dream world there.
He's got the rival hat on.
Oh man. Oh, he's gonna find something else. Wait, he want to switch hats. Oh, no, he's still there. Vince, can you hear us?
That's fine. The Miami Sheep. It's okay.
I don't think he can hear us.
No, yeah, it is.
Vince, can you hear us?
He got to be able to hear us. We just can't hear him. That's what it sounds like. Well, we can't hear anything, so it doesn't sound like anything.
If he can't talk back to us, then we can just, we can talk about how terrible the Miami Heat are all night, and he won't be able to respond, Corey.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't be true. The Miami Heat are pretty good, right?
Oh, they're not. No, they're not good. They're not good.
2006, they got away with that. There's no way Dwayne Wade shoots 40-something free throws.
That's impossible. I'm still waiting for Vince to talk. Vince, I don't think your sound's working.
Yeah. Something wrong with that sound.
He's working. Geek Squad's on it. So while he's working on that, let's introduce our guest for this evening. One of our young ladies that we followed this season, a Chapel Hill girls basketball player, Alexia Rogers. Alexia joining us here. Can you hear us? Alexia, are you with us?
Hello?
Got your cameras off. Can't see you.
Oh yeah, I know.
We can hear you. We can't see you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
There it is.
Y'all see me?
Good evening. Yeah, we can see you. How's it going?
Hello.
We're good. Enjoying spring break.
What is that? What's spring break? The Jeopardy
Spring break is a week during March that has taken off. Everybody should have one.
True.
So, Alexia, your camera is zoomed in really close. Like we can see the ceiling and half of your. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Now we can see you. I like your flag in the background. That's nice.
Thank you.
I don't know how you got that. I need to figure out how to get me one of those. I do have some nice memorabilia in the background, but I don't have a flag. I need one to add to my collection. So, for those that don't know, give us a little background about yourself, Lexi, and all the kind of the athletic things you participate in at Chapel Hill, and kind of what you got going on in your life right now.
Well, my name is Lex, and I play basketball and I do track. I throw in track, I throw shot.
Only 10 turnovers per game. That's 25th in the country.
Oh, so y'all probably practicing this week, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm not practicing.
No?
Well, at least I'm not.
No track practice, huh?
Not for the girls.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey,
take a day off. Take as many as you can as a young adult. I promise you, they will come in handy when you get old. Yeah. Take the days off.
Didn't your mom run track too? Did she throw shot?
She threw this.
She did. Okay. See, that was when I was actually there and I quit. Right before my first
hold on. Is this a pattern with Vince? He doesn't like a team. He just quits on them, picks another one. Doesn't like a sport.
That
he quits it.
That wasn't why I quit. I had to make them. I had to do all that running, and I was like, man, listen, I'm done with running. I'm through.
done with running.
He made a decision. He made a what was the decision?
I made a business decision.
Yeah, he made a business decision. I was
I was
talking
gonna stick with football,
talking
and
to
that was
D.
it.
He made a business decision.
I made a business decision. But I was out there, and we were all together at one point. That's why I was like, I think I remember her being out there because they had us all together at one point with Coach Bowles. I think it was Coach Bowles. It's been so long ago, I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, it has been a long time. Don't remind us. We don't need a reminder of how long it's been. So, see, Alexia, right? She can remind us because since we're talking about her mom, we were in school with. Now we're talking about her playing. So that just says it right there. So, tell us your story about your injury last season and everything that you've had to do to get yourself back into playing again. I know that's probably but it's been worth it. Now you've improved. I got to see you last year. I came to the gym one day. And you're over there shooting on the basket on the side after having their knee injury. So kind of go through that whole process and kind of the road back.
Well, when I tore it, I didn't even think I really tore it. I thought I just a little small ligament, something I could bounce back from. And then I found out I tore my ACL and partially tore my meniscus, so it was like a setback. But at the same time, it was like, well, I'm just a sophomore, so it's not like the end of my high school career. So I was kind of motivated for this year, but it was really hard. Therapy-wise, it was all right. I just feel like the people that I had weren't really all of that.
Okay. All right. So I know. How was it getting used? I never had a knee injury, thankfully, in school. I had a bunch of ankle sprains and all that. But how was it as far as having to get used to wearing the brace playing?
It wasn't hard. I'm used to it. That wasn't my first time hurting my knee, so it was like,
okay. So you've had experience wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guys, you got anything for?
So having two knee injuries, I've had not too knee injuries. I've had surgery twice on my knee, so I know the apprehension about doing things again. And that first contact that you have, the first fall down, first contact is kind of, oh my God, am I gonna be okay? But did you have one of those moments like that, and how did you respond to it? Because I know they had to reinvigorate your confidence a little bit.
Yeah, when I first tore it, I heard it pop and just like you hear all the stories go when you tear your ACL, you hear it pop. So it was like I was laying on the floor, I was just like, okay, well, maybe it's not my ACL, maybe it's just something else. And then the trainer, she was like, oh, it's not your ACL, nothing major. So I was like, okay. And then when I stood up to walk, it popped again. So I was like, what do I do? And then after I had the surgery, I had to reteach myself how to walk. So it was like a long process.
Okay. It was good that you didn't play like football where everyone's going towards your knees and stuff. And you gotta constantly on the offensive line, man, you get cut and you gotta do all this other kind of cutting and everything else. So that's good there. But you younger. I don't want to say the younger you are is good that you had the injury at this age, and only difference is now you got to worry about arthritis, all that kind of stuff. But that's years down the line, man. You good on that part. I will say this though. I'm gonna be very quick because I'm an honest person. It is what it is. You were so left-handed. So left-handed.
Coach Marshall. Here we go.
It is like I'm going to, and it's nothing against that because that's your strength. But everything is get to the left, and every time we did games, we watched them play. It was like, man, if they force her anywhere to the right, it's a wrap. I'm like, man, that was one thing I would kind of tell her, and that's one thing I tell you to work on is try to float around a little bit, find another part of the game where you can be more effective on the other side, or possibly even get to the point where you're on the other side and possibly even go left. If you couldn't have a face-up game, we're on the opposite block and you face up and you can go left, but kind of don't show me if basketball you want to target that your left is fine. Work on that right a little bit more. If you can't dribble right, try to dribble right, but work on that right hand a little bit more every single day until you get comfortable. Just like you had to relearn how to walk. try to practice on the right hand because you don't want to have a weakness. In college, easy. They're gonna expose it. I promise you that is on the big board. Period. They see you. They scout you first thing. No right. And if they have a deficiency, they're trapping you right away. And you've seen it already. So
Mhm.
if you want to play at the next level, that's the first thing. Don't have any weakness in your game. Anything that they can scout on you, don't have any deficiency or weakness in your game. Don't give them that. If you have it, don't show it. So work on that right hand. Work on the way that you can be more effective and be out there on the court. I said the best ability is availability. Be out there on the court. If you can rebound, if I'm getting double team and triple team, it's okay. Hey, let me get a high flash. Demand. That was the other thing too. I had to learn to shoot. Demand for the ball.
Mhm.
You're not open all the time, but you can contribute and you can draw a double team. But if you can demand for the ball, and if you can be a valiant passer, that adds a value to your game too that they can't take. So if you can draw a double team and know how to pass out of the double team, I don't talk too much. I'm just saying that's just tidbits and stuff. That's tidbits. I'm always trying to help.
No, I want to take a couple of things off of Corey's there, and I think the left hand move is great. You've got that, like if you get that on your left and it's open, I'm saying like 90% of the time it's going in, from what I saw this
Yeah,
year. But they are starting to really come hard at you. So even
and
you
that's
go up with
good.
the
That's
left,
good if
up
they
with the
doing
left
that.
with a head fake,
Mhm.
cup underneath the contact, and go back to the right with your left hand. Uh, is something you can do, or even give them a head fake, get them on your back, draw the contact. Like you can still, there's still ways you can still use your hand without having to just completely go right. Because I had the same. I mean, I'm right-handed, so I can use my left enough, but you got to find ways that you can uh, throw people off. Because I mean, we saw it. I'm sure people, if they saw y'all enough, if you caught it right there, you're turning over that shoulder and going up in the left hand. That's, I mean, and like I said, it worked a lot. But as you got through into the season, we saw later in the playoffs, you started drawing attention. Your teammates forced it a little too much into you, I think, there for a while. I guess maybe coach was trying to get you the ball. I don't know if that was what Coach Riley was trying to do. But I want to say last play was just forcing it into you. Like you had three girls on you, and they were still trying to throw it in, lob it over the top, and it wasn't there. So that's what they've got to learn. They've got to learn when you're not open, somebody else is.
Mhm.
Just because the play is drawn to you, if they figure that out, you gotta be able to adjust and know where that person's open. Because I did notice that. I think it was either the Bullard, the play-in game for with Bullard for second, or the playoff game. I can't remember which one, but they were throwing the ball to you in there, and it wasn't there. Like, and they kept throwing it in there like two or three times in a row. Kept throwing it in, throwing it in. That's something that you gotta step up and tell them, hey, if I'm not there, that means somebody's open. I mean, that's giving you respect that they're, you know, drawing that much attention on you that they don't want you to
Right.
catch it. But in doing that, you're also helping your teammates get open. So somebody else is there. If three are guarding you, somebody else is open on the court. So that y'all got a good group coming back. You got probably one of the best senior groups, even probably more senior led than the boys. I've got a mixture. I mean, but y'all are talking what 9, 10 seniors coming back, something like that.
I think so. Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and so y'all have all been there. Of course, the last couple of years haven't gone y'all's way in the playoffs, but y'all have that experience now, and this is y'all's year. So everything y'all do this next year, this is it. There's no more redos. Y'all got to work hard. You got to make sure everybody's been held accountable. No one's slacking off, and just know that you can't go back. It's 20 years, and I want to go back and replay some of those. You can't go back. It's it. You have one high school chance. That's it. So this is y'all's chance to work hard this next, 6 months or so. Get back ready for basketball season in the fall and do something. You get a new district. You get to get rid of Lindale and Bullard out of the way. We know Gilmer's tough. We got to cover them in the playoffs. They're losing the Tate girl,
Pretty
but
good.
there's a sister, I believe, that played a little bit. They're going to be
Yeah.
good. I don't know what the center girls look like. but at least you're going to have no Lindale and Buller. It seems they've been a kind of a thorn in your side the last couple of years, and they're going to be out of the district. So you would have to play them until possibly a playoff round for Buller. And Lindale's in a completely different region. They moved up. They'll be in Region 2. So it'll be interesting with the new district. I don't know, besides Gilmore, I don't know what else the other ones have. But they will be a challenge, as Corey and Vince could tell you. We watched them play in White House, a good game against Canton. And they were able to beat Canton and move on. And I don't know if they won the next game. I'm not sure how many rounds they went. But they had some players coming back. So that's the one thing that I can tell you, just as someone that's been there, where you are, is don't let – I know you're relaxing for spring break, but stay in the gym. Keep your teammates accountable, because just because you go to the gym every day, if they don't, then you can't do everything. So you've got to get them in the gym. Y'all got to work summer league, fall league, and build up to the season. Like y'all have a chance to do something special. You just saw Brownsboro, what they did. How many seniors did they have? They had about 8 or 9 seniors.
Yeah.
They've been getting knocked off here and there, and they were able to push through, use their experience, got them all the way. Now they had a mixture in of some young girls as well, which y'all have that. Y'all have some younger girls that are. So I think with the mixture that y'all have, you got a chance to do something, but it's going to take work, and so like I said, you got to hold everybody accountable, and to keep yourself in the gym. So I know it wasn't the ending that y'all wanted. So just from a player's perspective, kind of give me an overview of y'all's season. Now we didn't get to cover y'all the entire season. We got 6 or 7 games of y'all. What's your feeling of what the expectations were and how y'all think y'all did? I know y'all wanted to go deeper, obviously.
Yeah,
but
we
as
did.
far as overall, I know y'all probably sat down at the end of the season and talked about it. How did everybody feel about the way things went?
We weren't really happy about it, especially district-wise. We really wanted to get first in district, but we wound up losing to Lindale by 2 for that game. And then we played them again for first, and we lost by 4, so that didn't go as planned. Then we was trying to get second, but we all know how that went. But,
well,
we weren't too happy. But for the ones that have another year, we want to make some change. So hopefully we can get first this year and go a little bit farther in playoffs.
Yeah. I think I have a real legitimate chance. Vince, we're told to not listen to Vince because he sold us a bad TV.
The disrespect is televised.
I don't know why it keeps
and
I guess your daddy's on tonight.
The mothership furnished all the electronics in that house, James. Don't listen. Don't disrespect us like this. We furnished all the electronics in that house.
and whatever you do, if he tell you anything, listen, I'm telling you right now, if your father tell you anything about basketball, don't listen. I promise you, it's not. It's gonna result in a foul or a technical foul. I promise. I promise.
So you said you do track also. What do you like more, basketball or track?
Oh, basketball, always.
That's what's up.
Good choice.
Some people they love track, that atmosphere track.
So I was gonna say, did you follow the football team any? Are you one that goes to all the games, or?
Most of them. I went to most of them. Yeah.
Okay. That was pretty exciting, right? Yeah. It kind of gave you a boost into the basketball season, all that.
Yeah.
I feel like that. For me, just calling the games, I was ready. I wasn't ready for the season to be over, but like once football, set in that was over, that was it. I was like, man, I'm ready for basketball season. We got a chance to do something there too, and so I know that has to kind of help the spirits of everybody in the school when the football team is doing well.
James,
you have the luxury. You can't even do a show.
I can't do a show without it. James.
What I was gonna say was you guys have the luxury. You guys have the luxury of of having a good football team and a good football program at the time. And there's no knock on the predecessors that came before during our time. Football just wasn't very good. And honestly, I don't. Let me rephrase this. I wouldn't say we weren't very good. The district that we had was just a lot better than we were, and it was really really good at the time. And so saying that, and then saying, the football program that we have where, you guys remember state championship in 2011, and then, you guys remember. So it's different seeing the football team going 3 and 4 deep. And vice versa, people seeing our basketball team going 3 and 4 deep and winning 26, 28 games and stuff like that. That's what we were kind of used to. So it's the opposite how it is now. Everybody wasn't coming to the football games, then they were going to the basketball games. So I think that's pretty cool. Where now you have football's good, basketball's good. I don't know if I don't know volleyball. Shout out to the baseballs. Baseball's doing good. Soccer's doing well. Volleyball. I'm assuming volleyball. You play volleyball too?
No.
The volleyball. I don't. There's another thing. I haven't kept with volleyball in years. I hope volleyball is doing well. So all the athletic programs, all you guys are doing well. So that's awesome. And we talked about that a long time when we did the pregame stuff with the football season. It says success breeds success. So it all kind of starts with football season. The football team's doing well. Everybody else wants to get a part of that. And once everybody gets a part, it all kind of rolls downhill. Football kind of sets the tone. It goes football, volleyball, basketball, everything else. So I'm proud of you guys, especially coming from the alum, man. That's pretty good. Especially having the boys and girls make the playoffs at the same time. That's good too. That doesn't happen all the time in everybody's school, but that's cool that y'all was able to do that.
Alexa, I asked Adrian this last week, so I'm gonna ask you too. What do you like to do outside of playing basketball and track? Like, what do you like to do for fun?
Fun. Sleep, honestly. I really don't go out. Yeah. If I'm not working, then I'm probably at home, sleep somewhere.
Oh, okay. Well,
Get all the sleep you can.
yeah. I didn't enjoy sleep till I got older, but but that's good. That's how you stay out of trouble.
Kids do that to you. They make you tired.
They make you sick.
When you're in your 20s, you're not trying to get as much sleep as possible. You're trying to, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, that's time to get it going.
Yeah.
Well, you in 20s?
Well, I'm gonna ask you some academic stuff then. What's your favorite subject right now at school? You got no favorite subject?
She don't have one. Look,
it's okay if you don't, because I didn't really have one. If I had to say my favorite subject was BTV.
What about favorite teacher then? If you don't like a subject, you still
favorite teacher. Okay, yeah, favorite teacher.
I don't have a favorite teacher.
That's a good answer.
Favorite teacher.
That's a good answer.
They might be watching, and then you.
Exactly. I don't
you don't
want to say anybody, so I don't have a favorite teacher.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you smart.
You don't want to say anybody.
That was a setup. I didn't mean to do that. That was a setup. My bad.
But then again, they may be on spring break. They may not be caring about y'all right now. That's possible.
Well, that's fine.
They are chilling. They living their best lives right now.
All right, so here's something that you can tell us that maybe we know. What Coach Riley that nobody else would know that y'all would know, not in an embarrassing way, but just something that people don't know about him that y'all would know from being your coach.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. So every coach has so this is make it easy. Every coach has like a nick when they get upset, right? No, for real. Coach Jay has a stare. Like he had a stare. Like that's the death stare. You don't ever want to get to that point. That's a no. The words
Well,
just
it depends on where he is when he upset. Like if he in the middle of the game, he not gonna do what he would do in practice, if that makes sense. Like if he mad in the game, he just gonna give us that look and he gonna yell and then we gonna know to get our lives together. But if we like in practice, then he might throw his keys or kick something or knock over a chair or something like that. That's just Coach Riley for you.
Okay.
He gets pretty intense. He gets pretty in the game. I will say.
He do.
He's not one that's gonna sit. You got some coaches that will sit over there in the chair and they're not like they just kind of sit back and let the game go. Mm-hmm. He's pacing. He's into it. And if he didn't like the call, he's gonna let the ref know.
Yeah.
But, I think it was the Bullard game that he called a 30, and they charged him with a full. He didn't like.
Oh yeah,
I
was asking for a 30-second timeout, and they gave him a full, and then he was trying to tell him that he just wanted 30-second, and the ref was like, "Just take the full." And I think that was our last timeout too. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, he was not happy about that. Yeah, well, those timeouts later, between a 30-second and a full is a difference. Actually, why he was mad, but he didn't want to let that one go either. He used his 30 seconds extra. He used it to chew on the referees a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, technical fouls are always good to have, especially when your team is down and they lack a little energy. You got to get that first technical foul. It's like, listen, I'm game. Like I do this. I don't want to. I can't act out all the time, but this is that little. But then again, you don't want to get kicked out. And I've seen. I've been a part of some benches where the coaches got kicked out, and he let us know I'm getting kicked out. Like, what are you doing? Like, don't do this. I literally heard him say, "I'm getting kicked out tonight." Like, what? Oh yeah. They tossing me. I never forget. Coach Marcos, we were in blend, and everyone's like, "All right." He got one tech, and then boom, he's like, "Yeah, I'm getting kicked out tonight." So, and he looked over, and he looked over at the assistant coach, and he's like, "Yeah." Next thing you know, boom, another one out of there, gone. I'm like, "You kidding me?" Like, I've never seen this happen before. This was crazy. But how you get two technicals? That was some Bob Knight stuff at that time. That was wild. We ended up winning the game though. So.
Y'all see this? The T in TJ stands for technical foul.
Tell me, what was the best game you had this year?
What was the question?
Oh, what was the best game you think you had this year? And why? The Lindale game? Why would you say the Lindale game?
Because I produce both ways, offense, but defensive wise, I feel like that was my best night. Because I typically don't play defense because I don't have to like move. Like I always stand in one spot because the girl don't never move. But that night I actually had to move, and I feel like I did pretty good.
So, do you feel like you're the best in the district at what you do? That and Bullard? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Just overall, do you feel like when you look at your game and you compare it to some of the competition you played this year, do you feel like you doing your thing? You number one?
Yeah, I do. Especially after coming off an ACL injury.
Like it. Yeah, that's what's up.
I think as you mentioned the defense. I like it. What you got, Corey?
I was gonna say, like, if you ever get like man to man, somebody's on you man to man, and it's like, oh, barbecue chicken. Like, do you ever just get to that point? Like, okay.
Off in the cookie. That's what's up.
Okay. All right, I got Coach. Okay,
you got Coach.
It's in here.
Coach is here. Coach is here. So he agrees.
He said, hands down, she is. Okay, yeah. No, I'm with it. I just wanted to know if you felt like you was that girl. You know.
Hey,
I think from
hey, you
I
heard
think
what you
from what
said.
I've
You heard what you said. Oh,
Yeah.
it's
I like.
disrespectful for you to play man to man on me. Oh, okay. Yeah, fine then.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
Yeah.
I like to
All
hear
right,
when
bet.
somebody, when you come into a game and you just know, oh, that's my comp tonight. I'm about to cook them. I like that.
Oh, they man to man. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's disrespectful. I'm used to double teams. You gonna disrespect me and go man to man? Okay. Yeah, I command when I come in the
Yes.
building. I command the double team. You better put 2 people on me as soon as I get off the bus. If not, I'm busting somebody.
Yeah.
That's the type of attitude you gotta have. I'm busting somebody up. I ain't be double teamed as soon as I get off the bus. I'm going after somebody. Yeah, okay, yeah, bust them. Yeah,
So I
yeah,
think
word.
I think that's what she's talking about was with not having to move a whole lot. I think that's one of the things that I like to see you work on in the offseason is the defensive part.
Mm-hmm.
Not to saying that you can't play defense, but if you're not having to, the next level you're going to have to. If you
Right.
can't play both ways, they'll find a way to isolate you out and take advantage of that. So I'd like to challenge you to pick up that man that runs around. You're not going to have I can't think. Well, I can't think of her name right now. Griffin girl,
Kylie.
Kylie. Yes, she picked up a lot of that slack of some of the person that probably is a post player.
Oh, he froze up.
Move around more,
So he's full of
so you're not
pops.
going to like to see that. Did I lose you? Hello,
Yeah.
am I there?
There
Yeah,
you
we
go.
had we was wondering like,
Yeah,
what are
Yeah.
you like? What are you doing with that?
it's like it's just suddenly, man. It's just internet. I can't get any
I don't know
hookup
what's
to the
going on
internet.
with
I don't know.
that. That's weird to
Anyway,
me. That's new to me.
I don't know. I don't know how much you heard, but basically challenge yourself to take that best player on the other side of the ball, guard them, throw a little bit of roll, get in front, get in front, play behind, kind of switch things up, learn to be able to guard, play different spots on the floor. I think that's because we know you can play offense and
Mm-hmm.
defense. Yeah, the next level is to be that player that, and you hadn't had. She was kind of from what I've seen on the defensive end. If you take that, step your defensive game up, this is only going to help you become a two-way player because you can be content and stay where you are and stay with that person that just kind of sits there and doesn't move. But that's not going to happen on the next level. They're going to be moving around all over the place. So you're going to have to be able to play defense on someone that moves around. It's also going to help that you're going to have another year under your belt after your knee surgery. So you're going to be more comfortable moving around. So I think that's the thing that I'd like to see in your game is to take that next step on the defensive level. Get in there and grind. Give them some body. Push them around. As Corey knows, that was how I play defense. I was one of those pesky defenders that I was going to get in your hip, maybe push you, get in front of you, move around. It doesn't take team's player get frustrated, and not that you have to do that all the time, but you can tell when they don't like to be physical. So use what you have and get out in front and give a little bit of aggressiveness and play a little harder. Make it harder for them to get position. I think if you can do that a little more, I think that will be a big benefit to your game overall, not just for next season, but if you plan on playing the next level. And kind of going to that, do you have a school or any like dream school that you'd like to go to, or anybody that's like so far? I don't know if you've got anybody that's reached out to you about playing the next level.
Not as of right now, I don't.
Okay. Well, we're going to try to help you with that. Okay.
There's still time.
That's kind of what we're doing with this, is to we can get some highlights and clips and be able to help you get to the next level. I know Matt was on last week in the chat here a minute ago. Here's his comment. So people get recruited. So I can say, and but do you have a school that you would like like that's obtainable for you that you'd like to go to, like as far as that fits where you want to go as far as your academic and athletic. Uh,
Uh,
Yeah, right now.
you don't
no,
have
not really.
anything.
I don't know yet.
You got to start working on
Well, the
that.
Longhorns
So
is
you can.
always looking for people. So the Longhorns are always looking.
Hey,
We
the
always
Lady
open.
Horns are the Lady Horns right now, man. They put it to Baylor.
The
They
door
they
is
won
open
Big
24
12.
hours a day. And listen, if they don't call you, I'm gonna call them.
Okay.
And we're gonna make something happen because they need all the help they can get.
I would say
So,
keep sharing the huddle highlights and that kind of thing. Twitter as much as you can. We'll retweet and start looking at schools as far as now. What do you want to do? Do you have a major that you've narrowed down to yet, or do you know?
Yes, I want to major in psychology.
Okay. So you want to listen to people's problems and tell them that Okay.
you want to tell them what's wrong with them.
Yes.
I feel it. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's good. We'll see that helps. So then you want to look at places that have that kind of program that you want to go to, and it doesn't have to be. I mean, like I said, there's some schools right down the road. There's UT Tyler, and there's TJC. There's places close. It's not just you don't want to just only look for D1. If you think you can go and get to play wherever you can get some playing time, where you get to play, you never know. Once you start playing, the transfer portal now is a crazy thing. So you get somewhere and play a couple of years, then decide you want to go somewhere else, and that's cool too. Yeah. So I would start working on that. Get some highlights going. I know some of your teammates are doing that. We've seen them and been retweeting them. So get that going, and take a look at some schools that you might want to go to. That look at the majors that they have and the kind of programs that they have. That's important because I mean, if it doesn't work out and you don't get to go anywhere play, at least you have looked into schools and now you know where you want to go to do with the rest of your life. Because, I mean, you're looking at three guys that love basketball. Well, Vince is starting to love it, I guess. But we didn't go anywhere and play.
I see him. He got a little. It's coming out.
We didn't go anywhere. I mean, I would have loved to play somewhere. I didn't. I spent my time playing in church leagues and leagues all around, playing just for fun. And then I went to school. So it's always good to have that backup plan. Go ahead and research where you would like to go. Then somebody comes up with some money in their hand and say, "Hey, I'd like to offer you." Well, okay. Well, let's look at this. So I'm sure your mom's probably got you on some of that, but I would start now because you don't want to wait till it gets closer. It's gonna get there. You get the basketball season before you know it, basketball's over, and like, oh, I graduate in a couple of months. So go ahead and have those plans laid out. Like I said, things may fall in your lap. Somebody may come calling, but use Twitter as a good platform. I mean, we didn't have this whenever we were in school. Like you can, absolutely. I mean, it's a recruiting tool that you can even get yourself recruited. So follow people that go look for coaches and follow them. Tweet your highlights to them. The worst thing to do is they can block you. Oh well, then they didn't want you. So I mean, really, like
any bad recruiter wouldn't block anybody.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, just get your stuff out there, and then of course we'll be having some more. Hopefully, I'm not sure how many games we're going to agree with. We got to get in touch with Coach Riley. But we'll be doing some games this year, and so we'll have a platform so they can look at you then as well. So that's kind of why we started this, just so y'all as athletes, people can actually watch you without having to even walk in the gym. So you have a recruiter that wants to come see you, they can't get there. Hey, well, I can just they're on NetSN Live. I can just tune in and watch them. So that's kind of the platform that
I did want to mention this though before we get too deep. I did want to mention this as far as because for some reason my camera I don't know what happened with my camera. I just went away earlier. I don't know what happened. But I did want to say, and Brett was saying about some things about working on next season. As far as like a body of work, and I watch people. I've watched a lot of basketball too. And I've been a part of some really good teams, coaching staffs, everything. So like my eyes, my ears are really in tune to it. And I would challenge you, and you said about defense, and it almost made me cringe a little bit. Like, oh, don't play defense. Like, whoa, you got to play defense eventually. Like, it's gonna come a point in time. You gotta, At the college level, it's not how you can score; it's also who you can stop. And you can't get on the
Mm-hmm.
court if you can't stop anybody. And whether it's zone or not, you still got to be able to stop the person in front of you. But the other thing about playing defense is there's a little trick to it. You can also rebound. And if you rebound the basketball, that is a defensive stat. Whether you know it or not, it's a defensive stat. I promise you, I guarantee it's not a coach in America that can't play a girl or a guy that averages a double rebounds and points. Like
Mm-hmm.
no, they're a magnet. So my challenge to you is this: try to average 10 rebounds a game, and that's not a bad goal. I guarantee you, a recruiter, I'm looking like what, this kid. How many rebounds a game? How many every? And one or two things is gonna happen. You're gonna realize something that you can't stand still and rebound the basketball if you want to get 10 rebounds a
Mm-hmm.
game. You're not. It's never gonna happen. You're
They're
gonna
not just
go
going to
after.
drop in your lap. Not going to just
Yeah, it's
drop
not
in
gonna
your
drop
lap.
in your lap. So if you average it by you saying I want to average 10 rebounds of basketball, your feet are gonna be active, your hands are gonna be active, and you're gonna be more assertive to the basketball. And all of a
And
sudden the ball's gonna come your way and you can
well,
find more opportunities to score.
and you say that, Corey, and I'll take off of that a little bit because I actually watched a film session, and I walked in, and y'all were talking about the ball come off the rim, and y'all all watched it. That's a
Mm.
bad habit to get into. So
You gotta
when
attack
you
the
box
basketball.
somebody out, you put your body on them and then attack the ball.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's something that Coach Riley was. I think it was specifically for you in that particular clip when I came in and was watching. Basically, everybody had blocked out. The ball fell. Nobody went and got it, and then they came around and got the ball. So I mean, half the battle is blocking them out, but you also have to go
Yeah.
get it. So I think that's and Corey's right on the mark with that. I mean, if you're rebounding 10 times, that means you score 5 buckets. You've got a double double right there. I mean, that's if you average a
And
double double, that's not hard. The rebounds is what's hard. You get the rebounds, the points will come because a lot of those are probably going to be offensive. You get a couple offensive,
yeah,
some putbacks. I mean, that's easy.
and
Oh,
that's
and
just effort.
by the way, Coach Riley says that you do have some looks. So I don't know if you may not know, but
Oh.
he says you have some, and
That's
I guess
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
I guess it's maybe your dad is
He
saying
know
got
because
letters coming every week.
yeah.
She
He know
want to
So
be
they in the office.
I'm good. That's all right though. Keep just say them like the letters I want. I want the other one. I want more. That's it.
yeah,
I want
never
more.
settle, never settle.
I want more.
But
But I
yeah, I
mean,
think if I like
you
Corey, I like Corey's to add on to just the defense and rebounding. I mean, you have that. You've already got the scoring. We've seen that. But challenge yourself. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got it right here. UT Dallas and a school in Kansas. Look right there.
Okay.
Do you not know about those?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What?
The UT in Dallas.
Okay. All right. All right.
UT,
Hey, that's a start. That's
the
part of that's
comments
kind
are
of like
rich.
UT. That's kind of like UT,
Yeah.
you know.
Listen, basketball is basketball. Basketball. You want to go and you want to be able to experience the next level of basketball because it is different than high school. I promise you, it is not the same. It is not the same at all whatsoever. It is a different vibe. Practices are different. Coaches are different. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
teammates are different. Different teammates, different styles. You learn a different style, and everything is more important. Like why is coach drilling us? My footwork is this, and some programs you get into, some coaches will break you down and build you up. I always used to shoot like this in high school. We're not gonna shoot like this now. Like, yeah, well, I got a left hand. Well, you doing right hand this whole month. You doing nothing with your left hand. Like what? It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of different things that you'll get a chance to do. But that's the exciting part about it. And you got good coaches and good mentors, and that's the other thing that I'm jealous of too. You got a lot of people that's from Chapel Hill that are from the community that want to see you succeed. We had teachers that wasn't from Chapel Hill that want to see us succeed, but now you have people that have been there before and have came back and actually telling you things that you wish you would have heard when you were younger, or you did hear when you were younger, you didn't take heed to it. Your coaches from Chapel Hill, your parents, this show. This is beautiful. I was let you know this is unheard of at the time, but it's very important that you take heed to this because man, let me tell you, I actually had an opportunity to go basketball. I didn't play, but I was a student manager, and that took me all kind of places I never thought about. And it was like, you want to be a student manager? Yeah, I remember getting a student manager. I got another academic scholarship too, but want to be a student manager? Like, yeah, I wanted to be a basketball coach. Cool. Now, never forget, I had to learn this. It was, oh, you want to be a student? You want to be a basketball coach? Okay, cool. First thing you're going to do, first day of practice, what? I need you to mop the floor. Like, yeah, you got to mop the floor. I'm like, so yeah, it's a different respect for the game when you get a chance to do the little things, work your way up to.
Did he freeze?
He did. He froze. It's like he had that look.
Yeah,
Oh,
Man,
it's
I
a
don't know
thing,
what to do
man.
about y'all internet.
Oh, now something to say.
I ain't froze yet. I don't know what the deal is with y'all's internet. So let me ask you, do you have any specific goals for next season?
To
Like
start
any
finishing with
target?
my right hand.
Start finishing with the right. Okay. Like
Defense and rebound wise, I was gonna pick that up.
Okay. You got like any
it's
set
good.
number
So
of rebounds you wanna average?
we're on the
or
same
coach
page.
you
We're
wanna
on the same
average?
page, then,
Yeah.
Vince. We're on the same
I have
page. She's already thinking the same things we're thinking, so that's good. That means we're on the same page.
Okay.
That's good. I mean, we're seeing the same things that you're seeing on film then. So that's good. I'm sure Coach Riley's already ahead of us on that. I'm sure he's got you going the right direction. He knows stuff, so he's go ahead.
How's the chemistry in the locker room? Like y'all, you mean like as far as like you and the other teammates, everybody get along pretty well? Y'all pretty cool with each other?
Yeah, we're pretty cool for the most part. Yeah, everybody get along.
That's good. That's important.
Yeah, I would say
you
that
see that when you're on the floor.
I'd say that's more important with the girls because, no offense, but the drama follows a lot of times. I mean, and so like having the girls on the same. I'm just saying it is. I have a girl and I'm married to. I mean, it just is. That's the way it is. So I mean, guys, man, guys. No, but like how it is in the locker room, guys. They just fight it out or get up, and the next day it's like never happened. Girls tend to hold on to things a lot more, and so it's harder if somebody has a problem with somebody else that it may tend to linger a little longer. Can affect team chemistry. So that's good that y'all do get along for the most part. I mean, that's great because
it's easy to get over stuff when coach blow that whistle and everybody got suicide. It's real easy then. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Coach, just don't blow the whistle again.
Hey, somebody was like, "Are you gonna be too tired to fight after this?"
Yeah.
Oh man.
I had a lot of I say that because like I know that even though on the floor it looks one way, it ain't always peachy in practice, and I joke about it. It's funny, but I'm serious. There's times when like coach may have to step in and all right, everybody on the line. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all want to be hard head. Y'all want to fight each other. Cool, get on the line. It's real easy to get over stuff then. Because now the enemy is coach,
Hey, do y'all ever do anything like where if someone messes up, then they have to watch the rest of the team run? We used to do that. We used to have to do that.
No, I don't think so.
Man, Corey remembers that, I'm sure. But man, somebody do something and then talking about not wanting to do that again. When you're sitting here watching your teammates run for something you did, whoo, man, that was rough.
It was a misassignment. It was something. It was something that was always. It was something that was always. It wasn't turnovers. It was something like a play or something. We were trying to run a play, and somebody did something. Oh, just baseline. Like,
baseline. All right, now Brett, you're gonna sit over here and watch everybody else run, and then you had to sit there and watch them run. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, some people just didn't care.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. I didn't want everybody mad at me for having to ever run.
Right. Right. Well, you had some characters you had to watch out for.
Yeah,
You all right?
yeah.
Yeah. But I
All
mean,
right.
that's a good thing. Team chemistry is
So,
good though.
so this is the March Madness edition. So let's switch topics. Are you excited about the basketball over the next few days, Alexia? Sure.
Yes, I'm very excited.
I mean, I'm gonna be camped out. All right, guys, are you gonna join me this week? Y'all gonna come over, watch any games?
I don't know. It
Is it
depends.
gonna fit? Vince, you gonna pencil me in, Vince?
I don't know if I can pencil nothing in right now. I'm gonna try to, but
All right.
you,
So Alexis, since you don't know, I have a man cave at my
Mhm.
house. It's my basement, and I have 4 TVs mounted on my walls over here, so I can have every game going that's going on at one time.
tell them who set that up for you.
Mr. Vincent Johnson set that
All
up for
right,
me.
James. All
He did a
right,
great.
James.
He did a
You
great
hear
job.
that?
He did a great job. Did a great job. Oh, here's Vince. The class of 02 was the world's worst about getting into it with each other when we played. I guess y'all didn't get along very well, huh?
Nobody on the team. I mean, everybody got into it. I ain't saying me. No, he know like
That would be
you would just
bad.
have moments where like the frustrations would boil over, and before you know it, you got 2 and 3 people fighting over here. You got a couple of people fighting over there, and then I I myself,
Maybe that's why
I
you didn't
think I
win,
may have
Vince.
only. Nah, that ain't why we didn't win. We win because some people didn't understand their potential. What we had, we
Okay.
had a
Okay.
good team, and
Okay.
especially my senior year, we had a real good team. But no, I just say that because like I've seen when it we had there's chemistry and then there's times when it ain't there, and one thing when you got a good coach that he makes sure that the issues, those little things that are going on. Oh, I don't like this person over here. That's thrown out. That when you suit up, that don't none of that matter. You know,
Mhm.
good coaches make sure that you remember that. That don't none of that matter. So that's why I was asking that question.
So we
But
got
James is right. We used to get into it. I mean, not me and James, but a lot of our players used to get into it all the time.
well.
Back in the day.
That kind of leads us to the bracket challenge. So far, nobody has joined our bracket challenge. It's just the 3 of us, guys. I guess everyone's scared of our challenge. James, calling you out. You're here. Fill out a
Do the
bracket.
bracket.
Yeah.
Since he knows so much, he know a
Yeah.
lot. And,
So
he might pick a winner. The whole thing.
he might pick a winner.
He might just look up, pick the whole thing. I told you what I said.
All right,
I get a text
Alexia,
message.
what teams are you looking forward to watching?
Baylor. I hope SFA go far. I hope they go far.
Don't tell Corey that too loud. You know
Texas
he's a
since they beat Baylor.
Corey's a Sam Houston alum, so that's a stinging SFA that hurts him a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I keep asking him where where Sam Houston was in the boys bracket, and I didn't see him at all in there. I was gonna pick him, but he never could tell me that.
That's okay. That's all right. It's all right. You in Conference USA next year. That's all that matters.
Okay. Well,
We
you still
win
have to make the
conference.
tournament. You don't get an automatic bid just for being in Conference USA.
Oh well, if we win 25 games, Conference USA might get multiple bids. I know that much.
He's gonna
That's for sure.
copy your bracket, Corey. Now, see, that's not fun because then you just gonna have the same picks. Make it any fun.
But but hey, he might get some long shots. This is the best time. So you said Baylor and you said SFA. You're not a UConn fan. You're not a Tennessee fan. You don't
But
like
what about the
LSU.
Horns? What about the Horns? We just beat Baylor.
Yeah, we barely beat Baylor. They've been dominating Baylor.
I know.
Dominate.
I
That's
Baylor
know.
been dominating Texas.
I
Y'all
watched
barely
some of
beat
that.
Baylor.
I watched some of that game. I don't watch a whole lot of women's college basketball. I mean, I know it's bad. I just don't. But
I
I did
watch
get the
enough.
kits. Yeah, I have between 2 kids playing t-ball, and with all this, I don't have time to watch a whole lot. But I did get to watch the Baylor UT game. It was on. I had it on one of my TVs, and the freshman guard was there. Rory Harmon was impressive. She's good. Yeah. And the hair, I think she's got like a burnt orange tint to her hair. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I got to watch that game a little bit. I didn't realize that they had the Mississippi State coach. He came over for Ole Miss. One of them.
Yes, that's why they good.
Yeah,
he's a good coach, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's already. I mean, they've been competing this year. Of course, they beat Baylor, or just this time. I think Baylor beat Baylor too. But I was impressed with. They look really good. What's the girl's name from Baylor? The one's really good. Smith. Is it?
I know you're talking about.
Smith. Starts with an A, I think.
Yeah, Anissa Smith or something like that.
Anissa Smith, yeah. She's really good. I mean, they were able to shut her down. I was impressed with that. Have y'all seen the girl from Iowa that's making threes from like the logo? Oh,
I seen it. I seen it.
Oh, and then she does the little Jordan like you know. Yeah,
I was a center of basketball at the moment. The guys and the girls are good. That's almost unheard of.
Yeah, she was like almost averaging a triple double, I think, this year.
Mm-hmm. She was shooting the logo.
Yeah. Did you make a bracket? Did you make a bracket, Alex?
Oh, my March Madness bracket.
Oh, look, she said yes. She had one.
So yeah, you got one.
Oh yes, I already made my bracket.
Who win it?
So you gotta make it on the show.
Who you got?
You gotta make
that. I made my bracket today.
Did you make a guy's bracket?
Oh no.
So you gotta make a guy's bracket. Join our.
You don't have to make guys bracket. I'm with you. You don't have to make guys bracket.
Cool. Did you already pick a winner? Did you pick a winner?
Yes, Baylor won.
Baylor?
Oh, Baylor. Okay.
She gonna ride with that Baylor.
What's your Final Four then?
Who did I choose in my Final
Four?
I did Baylor, UConn. What was the other two? I just remember Baylor and UConn.
Yeah, UConn has
North Carolina's got to be in there somewhere.
UConn was actually it was interesting. They're number 2 seed, but if they win all the way out, they'll be playing basically a home game against the 1 seed in their region. I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They won't put UConn anywhere Midwest or West. They just I guess they're afraid of Gino. I don't know. They won't put him anywhere away from.
What they were talking about. I was watching the bracketology special, and they said that it had to do with the ticket sales. That they sell so many tickets up there that it's like a no-brainer to keep them up there, basically, as long as it fits their, where they do well enough to kind of fall in line with that region.
They got a regional tournament in Waco, which I'm surprised that they have, and hopefully they can get that facility and stuff built up so they can really do some hosting. That'll look good for them for sure.
So if you want to accept the challenge and pick a guy's bracket, we have a contest open. So
accept that
challenge. Maybe you probably could pick better than your dad. Maybe y'all have a little inside bet going on who gets the most points. But we have it up on our website, netsn.live. The contest is March Madness contest. So right now it's just the 3 of us in there. Drew said, I did talk to Drew today. He said he's going to enter. He just hasn't picked his bracket yet. But I did tell him that if he's doing percentages. See, but I did tell him, if he wins, he's got to come on the show. So I guess Brett don't do that. So I guess he's scared of you picking a bracket against him. He probably would be embarrassed if his daughter actually picked a better bracket than him. Maybe I would too.
See, the best thing about March Madness brackets, the best thing about it is you can be confident right before noon, and then by 3 o'clock you're ready to ball up the paper, throw the phone out. Because your bracket is completely destroyed. Because a 16th seed just blew Kansas out by 20 points, and now your entire bracket is gone and it's
Yeah.
over. That's the
Well,
best thing about March Madness.
I think, and I hope it's getting this way, and I think that's part of the reason why the guys bracket is a little more interesting because the girls they follow the seeds a lot. Like the difference between your top seeds and the lower seeds is so much that you can pretty much chalk in like 1 through 4 on there, like they're gonna win. But you get down in the guys, and obviously every seed's beating every seed. Now even the 1-16 game has been is a couple of years ago was like was it what is it? I can't remember. University of Maryland something beat Virginia, but basically the girls bracket. I mean, it's gotten better. I think as far as like the parity has, but it's still not there. I'd like to see it where it's more competitive all the way through. That way, it makes it for a little more fun to pick the brackets. I've done a girls bracket before, but it's pretty much it's chalk a lot of times for the most part. I mean, you could pick a chalk bracket and go do pretty well until you get until you get to a certain part. I like to see them be more competitive as far as like I like to see a 15 beat a 2 or a 4. I think that's what makes the guys tournament so exciting for me is because heck, my bracket I may not even pick the 15 seed. They start beating a 2 and it's not one of my teams. I'm gonna start rooting for them. I don't care about the bracket at that point. I want to see the little guy beat some of these big schools, and so I think that's
You want to see the George Masons go all the way to the Final Four like they did 20 years ago.
And I think
that was wild.
And I like what they're doing with the girls bracket this year. I really like the fact that they're making it the same number of teams. They're trying to bring some equality to the boys. And I know it's not there, but they're trying. But I think what's going to make it, in my opinion, is when those teams start beating the big players. When you start seeing those small schools beat the big schools and get the upsets, it's going to bring the viewership. Because to be honest with you, that's what I tune in to watch. I watch for my team, and then I watch for upsets, and that's what people. I mean, that's the main reason why I watch, because it's all it takes is that one game, and the more of those that you have that you possibly think you might have, the more viewers you're going to have. I mean, it's just the way it is, and so I really do think that the girls' game is getting really close to that. It's going to take some George Mason type runs for a girl like a women's program. It's going to take that run to okay, so they can beat them now. I'm going to tune in next year to see,
Arizona had that run last year. The Arizona women had that run last year. They were pretty. I don't think they were. They may be like a 5th or 6th seed, but then again, it's a 5th or 6th seed in women's college basketball.
For that is pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a guarantee to get to the Final Four.
I mean,
so
right now, I would say the majority of the ones that make it are 2 seeds and up. I mean, you rarely see a lower seed for women's make it. And for guys, I mean, there's been times where there's only been like one number 1 seed make it. I mean, and a bunch of lower seeds. So when it gets to that point, I think that's the point where it's going to be more of a level playing field. And I think it's just going to take the right kids picking another school, like when things even out, and they get a class of girls that come up and they have a good talent to beat one of those bigger schools. Who knows when it'll be? Hopefully sooner than later, but I think that's really what it comes down to. And that's just my opinion. I feel like that.
I'd like to see the Tennessees get back to where they were, especially when Pat Summitt was there. I'd like to see Tennessee, the Lady Vols, to get back where they were. A lot of people, a lot of the younger guys, people don't remember when Louisiana Tech was really good at women's basketball. They were really good at women's basketball. I mean, really good. So, but that was a southern region where you had a lot of good basketball coaches, down the southern region, and La Tech was good. UConn, I know they've won 11 national championships, but that was only since early 1990s. Not late 90s, but that was right. That was way before. That was way after Louisiana Tech and Louisville and.
I'm glad there's some other schools that have stepped up too, Corey, because I think that's part of another reason why I wouldn't want to. I was like, UConn's going to win. It's like it kind of took for a while. It was like they were.
I'm happy they're not winning anymore. I don't like
Yeah,
cheating.
I
That's
know.
me personally.
Well, the talent is starting to disperse. You've got now South Carolina, Dawn Staley.
Don Staley.
Mhm.
She's turned that program around, and they're doing well now. So it's a kind of some new blood in there. I think the more teams they have that compete, the better. It's just like in football. Nobody wants to see Alabama and Clemson and all the same teams every time in the playoffs. I mean, it just makes it not any fun. And I think that's kind of what happened to the girls' game. You had UConn, which they just UConn's going to win it. UConn, they got the top class again. They're going to win. And so there for a while, it was just like there wasn't any competition for them really. Tennessee was there. Then Pat Summitt got sick and had to step down, and their program's kind of fallen off the map. I'll be interested to see how Baylor holds if they can, with his coaching change. Can they keep maintain their program? Now you got Texas that's got a new coach and is competitive right there. So it'll be interesting to see. Um, I never thought that Mulkey would leave. I didn't think she'd ever leave. To be honest with you. Of
And
course, Vince and I heard some stories. Yeah.
Chris brought out the tip, but like I cannot believe that's the reason why. Like that is so tedious. Like, come on, man.
Did you hear that? Did you hear the show that we had Chris on about that, Alexia?
Mm-mm.
So basically, Mulkey, I guess, with some jealousy in there when Scott Drew won, she wanted her name on the court, and they told her no, and so I guess she went off to LSU, and then when she got there, she wanted her job back, and they told her no. This is the short of it all. Chris had a lot more details, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
So basically, she just got mad, took her ball, went somewhere else, and realized she screwed up. She would have had a statue probably if she'd have stayed. I mean, but now it's yeah.
And she's at the LSU.
Yeah,
LSU's not bad. It's just.
Yeah, they.
I mean, they're not. I'm not gonna disrespect LSU like that. I'm not completely against LSU. It could be worse. It could be Alabama.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You're not friends with Rob enough, then. Man,
listen.
Fanatic.
I have nothing against LSU, to be honest with you. I actually kind of like LSU. They're not a bad rival yet, but I can see that growing.
Until the SEC comes around, Corey, you'll be changing.
Oh yeah. They're not Oklahoma. It could be worse. It could be Oklahoma.
We're gonna have a lot of those in there. Oklahoma, A&M, LSU, Arkansas. I can see a lot of rivalries forming there. And
I don't dislike A&M. Arkansas. It's just that OU thing. I don't like maroon and white for some reason. I just can't. Just something about that. Just ugh.
Speaking of that one, I was glad y'all were to pick up the win over White House. We enjoyed that one. That was one of our favorite games of the year.
Yes, that was our favorite game by far this year because we don't see a lot of White House basketball and Chapel Hill basketball being played, and we appreciate that. On a Tuesday, as a matter of fact.
It was on a Tuesday. Y'all don't probably think it's as big a deal as we do because White House, Chapel Hill they don't play us anymore because they don't want to lose. I'm glad the girls actually did play them though, so that was good.
It was a good little crowd, good little rivalry crowd out. I knew a handful of people knew what it meant. That's what it meant to us. Like, okay, yeah, it's White House. Okay.
Your parents knew what it meant. Your parents knew what it meant. They probably wanted it as much as you did.
Yeah. And Jacksonville's not in the basketball district, is it?
No, just football.
I don't know.
All right, good.
No, they have.
You only have so much of Jacksonville at this point.
Basketball is. We're bringing in Gilmer, Carthage, and Center. Losing Cumberland, Bullard, and Lindale. So we lose two good teams and a not so good team, and bring in.
Pick up football.
I don't know. I'm not sure about Carthage. You never know about what they've had. They're a football. There's a lot of football schools there. Basically, so I don't know what they'll have. So, y'all want to talk about we want to talk about our picks, or are we just going to kind of hold them under our thumb right for now? Because we'll talk about next week's. We'll talk about the Sweet 16. They'll be down to 16 by then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, we can just say I have Tennessee. I picked Tennessee winning on my bracket. That's all I know.
Yeah, I
Not
picked
the Lady
UConn.
Vols, but the Volunteers. I picked Tennessee.
I really
It's a
think
lot.
you guys. I really think both of y'all got the brackets confused. I think y'all thought y'all were picking girls teams. I don't know what y'all are
No,
picking here.
Tennessee's hot right now, man. Tennessee is hot right now. They won the SEC. Tennessee's good. That's all I'm saying. Tennessee's good. You know, I'm not picking Texas. And then that not
Oh,
happening.
I know that's unfortunate because I mean I didn't pick them either, but I can't. We're not there yet. This whole transfer portal thing, it may work out eventually, but the group they got right now is just not what they need. Uh,
Yeah.
I believe I picked Gonzaga to win in this bracket. I have two brackets, two different winners. I have a money bracket. I picked Arizona in that one.
I need to pick a money. I need to pick a money bracket. That's what I need to pick. As if I'll be able to. And if I do, then hey, that's what I'll do. I'll pick a money bracket tonight while I'm not paying attention to anything. While I'm decompressing and clearing my head, I'll pick a
Yeah.
money bracket. That's the best time to do it. That's what I'll do.
Vince, who you got? See, we lost Vince. I think he went into hiding. I think he picked. I think he picked UConn.
I picked UConn.
Yeah, he did. Okay, there he is. He's on audio. Okay, yeah, I thought so. So both of y'all picked women's brackets. I think UConn and
UConn gonna
Tennessee
win.
women's power. Now don't say that when we get down to the end, UConn wins the women's side, Vince, that you won. That you got it confused.
Nah, UConn finna win the men's side and probably the women's too.
Okay, all right. So Alexia, you have to jump in now. You've heard our pick, so we've given you our inside information of who we're going to pick. Just make sure you beat your daddy. I want to be able to make fun of him here in a few weeks after you beat him. I usually even let Camden pick a bracket at some point. So she picks them by either the letter of their name or their mascots. Sometimes it works out. She likes K for Camden, so Kansas, Kentucky. If any of those do well, she usually does pretty well.
Kansas is cursed.
Hmm.
They ain't making it back.
Hmm.
They're cursed. Kansas is cursed. They're not making it back.
Oh,
It ain't
they're not making it
happening.
back. Oh, we lost Alexia there. She dropped off. So any games y'all looking forward to? Any matchups in the first round that y'all see they're like, must see?
Um, the Texas Virginia Tech game is interesting because obviously nobody's picking Texas to win. So I just
I
want to be
am.
right.
I am.
I'm not picking Texas to win that game, to be honest with you.
I
I
am.
picked New Mexico State to beat UConn. I picked that 12-5 matchup. I picked New Mexico State to beat UConn.
So you and Vince,
Um,
like, if whoever wins that's like one of y'all's. I mean, you could knock Vince out real early with that one.
I
His
know,
whole bracket could be blown up.
but I mean, it's gonna happen. This I picked San Francisco over Murray State.
Ooh,
I
that's risky.
picked
Do
I
y'all know?
picked Colorado State over Michigan.
Do y'all notice how they like to do those? They'll pair two mid-major teams like that 10-7 matchup. Like, can we not spread those out and let a couple little guys beat some big guys? Why we got to put the two little guys against each other first round? I don't like that they did that.
So I'm gonna tell you a team that I've watched several times. It's probably gonna make it very interesting. South Dakota State. I picked South Dakota State over Providence,
I did too.
and then that South Dakota State can play. They're pretty good. They're good.
There's a lot of teams in this field that's got a chance to make little runs. The
This
talent.
honestly, man, this may be one of the best opening rounds, like best matchups we've had in a long. Like there's not a lot of just runaways. There's a lot of good. Of course, the ones are stacked. That Marquette game is a trap game for North Carolina. That St. Mary's Indiana game is risky, but I think St. Mary's is better than they are. Um, I don't see anything that just jumps off the page. Chattanooga in Illinois could be dangerous, to be honest with you.
There's
They could be
several of those.
dangerous.
I think Vermont could give Arkansas problems.
It could. It could. I picked Miami over USC. And I got Iowa State over LSU. I'm not picking LSU. I don't think
What
they.
about Colgate, Wisconsin?
Wisconsin's better.
Well,
Wisconsin's a whole lot
obviously
better.
they're better because they're number 3 seed, but
Well, I mean,
they,
as far as like playing the best
Colgate
ball, like
Colgate's won. Their record over the last I think it's like they're like 17-1 over the last few weeks. They're on a hot streak. The teams that get on a roll. That's all it takes.
that's why I picked Tennessee. That's why I got Tennessee. Davidson, Michigan State. I almost picked Davidson. I was this close picking Davidson.
Oh yeah,
I picked Davidson.
I was real close to pick Davidson. I really was, but and something's telling me like that Rutgers and Notre Dame. I don't trust Alabama. I shouldn't trust Alabama. I should not.
And this is not football.
But because Rutgers is a giant killer, man. If Rutgers beat Indiana, if Rutgers beat Notre Dame, then they'll probably end up beating Alabama. But if Notre Dame plays Alabama probably because Rutgers ain't bad. It just But I picked Boise State over Memphis. That's a bad matchup for Memphis. If I was Penny, I'd be pissed off about that.
Boise State, huh?
Yeah, Boise State's good. Those Smurf turf guys can really play some ball. Yeah, there's some good basketball like in the upper Midwest. They're starting to play some good basketball up there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good matchups. This first round is going to be awesome. I guess y'all have to work the next 2 days, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should get spring break or March Madness days. That should be booked into everyone's calendar.
If I had a company, I would probably, the midweek, the third week of March. After that, I just call it the odds of March. Yeah, I'd shut it down. Absolutely. It's just a couple of weeks. At least everybody gets off at noon.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Everybody gets off at noon, and we can, as Denzel Washington said, everybody get some pumpkin pie, and we'll be happy. Just and we'll just watch a couple of games, or maybe have a 2-hour lunch break. 2-hour lunch break will work. That'll work.
Yeah,
that will definitely work.
It needs longer than that. Right? Half a day, just work half days for a few days.
But it's bad because like I'll at least have my TV going. I'll have my phone on alert because I got the bracket app, and it'll always go off. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. It had a little jingle.
See, you get spoiled. See, when you come over here and watch some games, Corey, it's like you're on another level over here.
He even shaves. You see Vince, he even shaved for the occasion. Like,
I'm ready, man.
This is the March meet.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
It's the March.
I got the TVs. I was testing them out tonight. I had, something on every TV, all ready to go. I got my new LED lights ready. They're still on my burnt orange, giving them a good mojo for my horns. They're gonna need it.
Oh no, we're gonna need something. That burnt orange ain't. Whew, I just want to get past this year so we can get past this first honeymoon period. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yeah, we got
You got anything else y'all?
You dropping the tidbits. I like you dropping the tidbits. Everybody go to the site. Maybe have some exciting news coming up pretty soon, hopefully. Yeah.
Yeah, all our platforms.
I'm losing Twitter followers. Y'all go follow me on Twitter. I'm reeling right now. Really. They abandoning ship.
Hey, I'm gaining. They must have coming to me, Corey.
I hit an iceberg.
I don't know what you do, but whatever it is, I'm on you.
Well, maybe if you change it to your name, they're like, oh, well, that's Corey. You know, they might
That is
recognize you.
true. That is true. Then again, I don't. I should change it, but
Because we're gonna be that's so dope. It's coming to the NetSC live.
Oh yeah,
So
y'all gonna trip out. Y'all gonna trip out about that. Y'all gonna trip out about that. It's we got some funny stuff to talk
we are
about.
now up. We are now up to 940 Twitter followers on NetSN_live.
We hit
So we're looking
1,000.
for
We hit
1,000.
1,000.
Looking for 1,000,
Mhm.
man. We could do something special for 1,000.
Do something special for 1,000.
Yeah. So
Shout out to the Mavs. Shout out to the Mavs making that game winning shot. If you missed it, it was beautiful.
oh, my TV's frozen over there. It's 106
It ain't
with
my
a minute
fault.
46. That's all right.
Oh, it ain't my fault.
That's all right though, because I can go back and rewatch it. I record every Mavs game, even if I don't ever watch them.
I can't do the recording. That's
Hey, that's what I
good.
just terabytes of space yesterday. I'm now to what is it? Terabytes Corey, so all the games I want now. And I just put in my
Can't
order for
do
my
it.
new Mac Studio last night. My new Mac Studio. Got that order in last night, so yeah.
I wish I knew.
You don't
I'm
know
just
what
I'm
that is.
just
Vince knows what it is. Especially the Mac Mini on steroids is what it is. It's just a
Pretty much.
fancier version of it. But it's got that new M1 processor in it. Ooh, it's a new Envy server. I'm ready. It's gonna be transcoding like lightning. But all right, so y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about tonight? We got
That
pretty
might
much ready
we
for
kind
we're
of
just come on.
I'm blank. I'm blank. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say too much.
Yeah,
You
yeah. Well, we got Lexi on tonight. Thank her for joining us. Uh, shout out to her and her teammates. They had a great basketball season, so that was fun to have her on tonight and get a chance to talk to her a little bit. Well, if that's everything for the night, we'll wrap it up. We'll be back here for the weekly wrap up show. It'll be the Sweet 16 edition. We'll talk about we'll break down the bracket. Uh, either we'll show our ripped up bracket or somebody be crying. Maybe probably Vince.
I
nah,
don't
After
I don't
UConn
cry
loses
about
the
I don't
first
cry
round.
about the record. I
no,
cry about
Oh, what was it? The red pin. Remember the red pin, Vince?
yeah,
Remember the red pin?
I
I'll be
remember
you do the back.
my
We used to all
brackets
have to work
wasn't.
out. And
Yeah,
we used to give each other
my
a hard
bracket
time
is
who had the
solid.
most red ink on their bracket. So
Seems like I got to buy blue. So you should have bought blue.
I bought this one just for y'all, the red pin. So
Man, hey,
again, we have some, y'all keep your
I
eyes
don't
on all
make
our
mistakes.
social. Keep your eye on all our social media stuff. We got some big things coming, like Corey was saying. So keep your eyes on that. Again, if you're interested in sponsoring with us, reach out. We're still looking for sponsors. We will have our first baseball game, as long as weather allows, will be next Tuesday night in Bullard. Keith Whitman will be on the call, and I'll be there to help him with that first broadcast for baseball season. So hopefully the weather will cooperate. I hope you all enjoyed the soccer broadcast the other night. It was a shout out to my racing for sitting it out in the weather. The action, Hill soccer teams both won and handled our regular season. The boys won 6-0, and the girls won 3-0. So shout out
Big shout out. Shout out to the baseball team as well. They went 7-0 over the
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, 8 or 9 in a row they've won. So
Yep.
that's
They
crazy.
balling.
Need to get some love in the polls.
Yeah.
So show some love in the polls, man. They doing good.
All right. Well, we'll catch y'all next week. Thank you for watching this week's weekly wrap up show, sponsored by Zonos Insurance. Have a good week. We'll see you next time.
Peace.